What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. Today is the return of Astro Bot, a game I'm going to be playing pretty soon, actually, like within the next month or two. I'll talk about that later. And we're going to hear some songs in preparation for that, and me kind of announcing it, unless you didn't know. So we're listening to Crash Site, followed by Broken Bridge. Both are from the channel Astro Bot. Well, I've entered that section of my mind where I'm going to play a game, so I'm going to barely look at the image, not pay attention too much, not try to think too much about what's going on, and clear out the backlog of songs, and here we are. These are requested by BioSteve, and we'll talk more about the playthrough soon, but let's get to listen to music and not think so much. This is Crash Site. I think the last time I heard this game was the Boy song. Oh, it's meant to sound older. Sounds like saloon music. Oh. Oh. Very saloon music. Oh, BioSteve, I know what you're trying to do here. Yeah, I love stuff like this quite a bit. Quite a bit. Although this is the first time I've ever heard spaghetti western with an electronic beat underneath, though. Yep, there's a mouth heart. Notice these can break your teeth if you're not careful. That's catchy. I think you guys know what game I'm gonna bring up. If you know, you know. Trumpets, mouth harp, violin, it's all here. The whistles. This is peak future western. First for everything, though. I've never heard a western theme with electronic influence. Oh, they did such a good job with the guitar sound. Wow. That's so well done. A lot of reverb. And it's got like the tube amplifier feel, giving it that like raspiness in the signal, that turn. What is this? This is cool as hell. What the heck? I'm way too biased for this stuff. This is the easiest way to like get my attention. I'm not gonna look at anything. Mouth harp. Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, that's good stuff. Well, before I talk about the song and move on to the next one, normally, you know, anytime I do a video here, it's like, let me try to guess what's happening, what vibe does it give off. This is going to be a game I'm playing very soon, and when it comes to that, my brain shifts a little bit into more of don't think too much. You know, I like to be surprised as much as possible. I'm someone who considers just about anything a spoiler. You know, that means not watching like intro movies, trailers for sure. The less I know, the better, right? And I've already seen this image before in the past, and the only thing I've retained from that image in the past was Kratos is there. The rest I'm ignoring completely because You know, so I can get those moments playing. Anyways, Astro Bot will be the first time I turn on my PlayStation 5. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't know what was last. It was either Symphony of the Night, which I played a PS5 version on, or it was FF7 Rebirth, which was it last year or year before? Either way, I don't play the PS5. I as someone who's always played PlayStation, I don't like the PS5. I think it's the weakest, and I don't even think it's a hot take. Don't like the controller. I don't like the way it looks. It's too big. Games or whatever. So I have no like. When I got it, it was just like a Ragnarok, God of War Ragnarok machine, and it's just been collecting dust. It's just sitting right here without anything to do. But also, Astro Bot looks something kind of in line with the games I wanted to choose this year. This year, I wanted to pick less RPGs and just do more like fun stuff, platformers, and just, you know, the Marios and Nintendo stuff. And Astro Bot kind of seems to fit in that. It has nothing to do with the whole Game of the Year thing, which that is exciting, you know, to play a Game of the Year. But I think of A Hat in Time when I see Astro Bot. I just hear a lot of praise, and that's what makes me want to go for it. And the music is really cool, obviously. So all I can say is expect this playthrough. It's February now. It's either gonna be. I'll just say like late March or late April. It's gonna be soon. I'm trying to decide what I want to like squeeze in between when I finish Mario 64. Anyways, this song, Crash Site. I'm not even gonna try to bother what that is, figure out what that is. But if you didn't know, if this is your first time watching me, or you just don't know the lore, the Jesse lore. I am super biased towards spaghetti Western music, made famous by Ennio Morricone, who has done a myriad of Western films and a bunch of other movie scores. Most famously, the Dollar Trilogy, which is A Fistful of Dollars for a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. You might have heard of that. Also, another amazing soundtrack, Once Upon a Time in the West. God. Also, an amazing finale in that movie. But that's what's happening here, right? It's like all the influence, and another game that influenced, or another game that got influence from that entire trilogy of movies was Wild Arms. Wild Arms was a game that I also played because of its soundtrack. Although the game was nothing like how I thought it was going to be. It was just like a traditional JRPG. A very good one too, but it's a good game too. If you're a fan of like Chrono Trigger and those kind of older style top-down looking RPGs, Wild Arms was pretty fun. It had cool mechanics and some stuff I haven't seen in other games, like renaming your spells, and the music was just fantastic. Anyways, so this whole subgenre of like combining, it's a lot of stuff. It's like, you know, the sounds of nature. And it's got that Italian influence. This is why they're called spaghetti westerns. And also, it's got a lot of surf style stuff too. So you have like the heavy reverb guitar, down, 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 down. It's really gritty and nasty. The mouth harp is a big one. That bam, bam, bam. Of course, the whistle. That's like the most iconic part of it all. And I've said it before, but even though the composer's Ennio Morricone, one of the big reasons for that whole sound that we know is like one of his music writing like buddies, Alessandro Alessandroni. And if you look up that name, which I'll leave like a pinned comment or something. He is the whistle. He's the whistle we know and associate with Western themes, but also he played the guitar too. So he was like kind of the sound of those that inspired so many things. And I don't know that was going to be in this game, and I don't know what that's referencing, or if it's just like a Western town or something. But either way, it's making me look a lot forward to it now. So I was already looking forward to Astro Bot, but that's really cool. That's really cool. So I'm just gushing. If you want to see, not to promote myself because I hate doing that, but one of my favorite reactions on this channel was when I reacted to the intro movie to Wild Arms, because I just said everything I just said now, but I was completely innocent back then and just had no idea what I was getting into. This next song, also kind of a short one, Broken Bridge. Again, I'm not going to guess what this is, but all right. The music is really good in this game. Oh, this one's a little different though. We got more of a jungle sound. Flutes instead of whistles. Those like wooden ones that you... I'm gonna lose my mind if this game has any sort of Wild Arms references. It's similar, but you know. Broken Bridge. That's great. I'm gonna really enjoy this game. I've never even played it, but I just know I'm gonna enjoy it. And as someone who grew up with PlayStation, I know a lot of the IPs. I should be able to just spot stuff, hopefully. And that's why I don't want to know anything. This one's a little harder to place as far as like setting. It could be anything. I think of like shifting sands and stuff. Ugh. Either way, it just sounds really good. But like I said, I'm not going to really try to guess too much because I'm pretty close to playing this game. So I guess that goes without saying. If you're hearing this, you know, don't tell me what's happening here because I don't want to know. That to me sounded very like Temple Run or something. You know, actually what that reminded me of a little bit, which is kind of weird because the soundtrack normally doesn't sound like this. The soundtrack that I've mentioned before is called Death's Door. It's a really fun little game that I enjoyed. The soundtrack in that game is usually slower, a little more somber, but there's moments where it can like pick up. For some reason, it reminded me of that. It didn't remind me so much as like the first one definitely reminded me of Wild Arms, and this one, I don't know. It's a little more open-ended. They don't even sound connected, if I'm being honest. This one sounded more, you know, like running through the jungle or something. Broken Bridge. So the thing about Astro Bot is, like, I know nothing, right? I never even played Astro's Playroom. I know nothing of the Astro Bot world. I don't know if it's all 100% like PlayStation references, or if it has like its own original thing going on too. You know, so that's why I'm excited of going into it, because I'm gonna get that answer I think fairly quickly. You know, is it gonna be like a Disneyland of PlayStation for me, or is it just gonna be like way less than I think? Like, oh, okay, there's just like a little nod over there, or you know, some little Easter egg. So that could have been a motif from some game or something, but I have no idea. Also, I haven't played every PlayStation game, obviously, as you probably figured out by this channel. But I do know, like, a good chunk of them. Most of my... I would say, like, 90% of my video game experience has been through Sony. I had the PlayStation 1. I had 2. 2 is my favorite. I had 3 for a little bit. Then I don't know where it went, and then I recently got a new one. It's the one that's backwards compatible all the way back to the PS1. had a PS4, and then I was not going to get a PS5 because I didn't care for it, and it was hard to find. I think people forgot about that. Like PS5 was like super scarce, but I got it because of Ragnarok. I had the PSP, and the PSP was like my man. I wish I never sold that. I had the limited edition red one, the God of War PSP that came with Chains of Olympus, which was an amazing game for the PSP. I hate that I sold that. I wonder what they're going for nowadays. But yeah, so like I definitely know. So I didn't get everything. I didn't have the Vita. I didn't have. I never got like the pro models of anything, and I never got them on release. The only ones I got close to release was the PS2. Everything else I got like a year or a couple years after release, you know, just because of money or, you know, I didn't prioritize gaming. I was prioritizing like guitar buying or something. Anyways, I'm really excited. Both of these songs are amazing. They sound so good. I should mention that. I mean, the sound quality is incredible. And I do have to remember that this is a Game of the Year soundtrack I'm hearing. Not the soundtrack. I don't know what one soundtrack. You guys can tell me that. What won soundtrack of the year this year? I don't remember. But it is a Game of the Year. So I don't know at the top of my head if I've ever played a Game of the Year. If I should know this. You know what? I was about to say goodbye and everything, but now I'm super curious. Give me a second. I'll be right back. So I was so curious because I was like, wait, what have I played this Game of the Year? Clear Obscure is a game I'm going to play very, very soon. So that'll be 2 this year. Astro Bot, Baldur's Gate, nope. Elden Ring, nope. Game of the Year, It Takes Two. Oh yeah, It Takes Two. I did play that. Sekiro, Last of Us. I've never even heard of Last of Us. Oh, God of War. Oh, sorry, I confused it with Ragnarok because Ragnarok lost to Elden Ring. I forgot 2018. God, I love that game. Yeah, God of War 2018. Breath of the Wild, Overwatch. Overwatch won Game of the Year 10 years ago. Ugh. Witcher, Dragon Age Inquisition. Okay. Yeah, so my first Game of the Year would be God of War 2018, followed by It Takes Two, and then now Astro Bot, and then Clear Obscure coming up. Okay, well that answers that. All right, so we've come full circle with Kratos. All right, just look out for the VOD page and more information coming out on Astro Bot playthrough soon, very soon, like a month and a half, something like that. We'll see. But I look forward to it. Thank you to the requesters. Thanks to everyone you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Later.